So this is the first day of my video blog here in Kraków. I'm actually in the suburb of Nowa Huta. This is Thursday the 14th of November 2013. I'm here for a conference called Forum on the New Evangelization, the whole gospel from the whole church to the whole world. And it's being held a couple of kilometers up the road in the Hudnik Stadium, and I'm here in this hotel room. Unfortunately, my bag decided to take an overnight stay in Frankfurt, so it didn't come with me. I think they've got hold of it and it's going to be here later this morning. But this is quite a significant place. Nowa Huta, the place where I am, it actually literally means new steelworks. And Nowa Huta is quite a significant place in the history of the church in Poland, because it was to this place in the late 60s or early 70s that the then Cardinal Archbishop Karol Wojtyła came, and to a place about a couple of kilometers away from here, and he stood against the authorities and against the might of the police one Christmas Eve, and established a cross there and gathered people around it for a Christmas Eve Mass. Now you might think, well, that's what an archbishop does. But what's significant about the place he did it here in Nowa Huta is that Nowa Huta was built by the communist regime to be an atheist town, an atheist city, right next door to Kraków, which is only about 4 miles west of here, directly west of here. And it was built as a statement against Kraków and against the ancient spiritual and royal capital of Poland. And so the atheist authorities said, we're going to build a whole new town in Poland which is a symbol of atheism. And on that particular Christmas Eve, Cardinal Wojtyła came here, or he was then Archbishop Wojtyła, came here with a gathering of people from all over Nowa Huta, because people in Nowa Huta wanted a church here, but the authorities were determined there wasn't going to be one. However, they stood their ground and the police stood down, and they then thereafter they worked to make that place a place where a church would be built. And there's a magnificent church there now. I might even get some video of it later, called Arka, the Ark, and it's a testimony today to the just to the fortitude and to the courage of those people who stood with Karol Wojtyła against the communist authorities. In fact, the church now stands, the name of the street that the church stands on has been changed to the Street of the Defenders of the Cross. So why am I here in Nowa Huta? Well, we've got this forum, this new evangelization forum. It's quite exciting because it's being overseen by a bishop who has been given the authority and the job in Poland of overseeing the whole new evangelization process in every diocese. So his job is to go around the diocese in Poland and to make sure that something's happening there for new evangelization. And here in Kraków, he's representing the Cardinal Archbishop Dziwisz, and we'll actually meet with him later this morning, or he will be coming to the opening of the forum. There's about 1,000 delegates registered as of the day before yesterday. There's probably going to be last-minute people here today, and the main sessions are going to be held in a big sports hall of the Hudnik football team, just along the road. They're the Nowa Huta football team, and then the rest of the meetings are going to be held in an ancient abbey church, the Cistercian Abbey, right next door to it. And the thing that's significant about the Cistercian Abbey is that this is the place where, on his first visit to Poland in 1979, after he'd become Pope, Pope John Paul II called for a new evangelization. And the people here say this is the first time in public that he referred to the idea of a new evangelization. No one had ever heard of anything like that before, but Pope John Paul II did that, and he did that in the place where we're going to be having the evening celebrations. So I sense a tremendous amount of significance about this conference. And I said to Andrzej, my friend Andrzej, last night, some of you will know Andrzej Shonek, I said last night, it feels a bit like what it felt like in the early 90s when we came here to Poland, to Warsaw, with John Wimber and Ralph Martin. In fact, one of the people who was at those conferences, Sandy Miller, from Holy Trinity Brompton is going to be speaking at one of the sessions here in the forum, and it feels like there's something of significance for the nation. There are people coming from all over Poland, and it's so exciting to see people getting together to want to take the good news of Jesus to their nation. The tradition is different, it's a Roman Catholic tradition, but it's absolutely wonderful to see that people are up for telling the good news about Jesus from whatever tradition, and they've graciously invited a number of us from from the Protestant tradition. There's a Pentecostal pastor here from Sweden, Sandy Miller coming from Holy Trinity Brompton, Bruce Cluett of YWAM, who is in Vienna at the moment, and we're mixing together with other speakers, other Roman Catholic speakers, including Father Peter Hocken, and I just sense it's going to be a rich time. And so we're praying that this is going to be a good experience for all concerned. And I look forward to reporting back a bit more about what's happening in the days to come.